part 2. So I was doing a penché, right? I can't even do it in these shoes. Wait a minute, maybe I can. Maybe not. That's not too bad. Oh, it's on my left foot too. Nope, not gonna happen yet. But anyway, I was doing a penché, let's just pretend, and there was a slight wobble. It's online, you can look at it, and I'm like, well, you know what? I just got out of it just slightly. I went, and then like that. I've seen these people who are telling me you can't be in our festival because you wobbled do worse. And I'm sorry, but I don't think your choreography is that great. But I'll celebrate you as an artist. It's just my opinion, you know? And we started getting a little suspicious about that because I was showing other people who were, you know, more advanced than I was, let's put it that way, at that time. And they were like, oh geez, they said, you know how many times I've done that, you know, like at the Amundsen or, you know, a really huge venue. And it's like, there has never been a flawless performance. Oh, maybe McAllister's coffee is pretty amazing. But people have bad nights, but that wasn't even a bad night. I don't know, it happened. I have done that move so many times, I don't know. Oh, I know why. We had the snow falling on the psych, and we also had, what do you call those things, you know, from a disco ball?
Yeah.
And the lights just threw me off, and they were LED side lit lights, and because I'm legally blind, it just really threw me off. And that's why, because you use things to spot, and in the darkness it looked beautiful on, you know, video and everything, but I was trying to judge where I was leaning over to my dancer. I made that dance for my dancer, that is honoring her, and that's why. And I'm thinking, what kind of a human being are you if you're really gonna do that? Because the rest of it was flawless. And then they said something about my dancer too, and I'm like, I actually choreographed it that way, you know? And I was like, wait a minute. And they said, the things that they said were things that I had commented about. And that's what also keyed us off. So, you know, that's when we started, remember?
Yeah.
That's when we started seeing the copying and the words coming back. We could probably go back a little bit further in date and say, oh, it started trickling in then. And it was just very odd that that was occurring, because I'm like, that's not right. Because it was a great performance. I've seen people on point fall out of things, and it didn't look bad. They covered for it, you know? And it's just like, the audience didn't really care or notice. Believe me, dancers are harder on themselves than anybody. Oh, here we go again. They're gonna see the trend. President Trump, you need to do something about this. It's not a beat. You know, the cops do a beat. We know the cops that are doing a beat. That shouldn't be happening. Right? Every time I start doing these videos.
Yeah.
That's okay. Hey. Guys, you can't have it both ways. This is either a very sought after area with no crime, or there is a lot of crime. Which is it? The stats, we saw the stats. Something's going on. Anyway, that's something else. I don't want to deal with it. But, you know. Now you can hear a pin fall. It's so funny. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, so we were saying this something strange. So I told you the French fry bit, and it actually was another object, but it doesn't matter what it was. We have so many examples of it. And the dance thing, and these are things, I am critical of everything. How many times I've heard professional singers crack their voice, just even like, and then all of a sudden the whole show sucks? No, I don't think so. They're human beings. Nobody can be perfect all the time. And yet, you know, occasionally we can get very close to that perfection. But again,
Yeah.
isn't that the joy? I'm not going to stop this time. You know what a helicopter sounds like. The joy of it, isn't it trying to keep attaining perfection, knowing you won't reach it? It's the love-hate relationship, especially with ballet. Oh my God. I don't think anybody has ever reached perfection. Very close, though. And it's so hard. Because, I mean, look at my age, even getting this right after all these years. And it's not that it looked horrible before. It was just not as relaxed and as pretty, you know? And it wasn't like this. I never danced like this. That's an exaggeration. But, you know, I like it better. And I'm sure all my mentors, teachers from the past would say, hey, finally. It took an accident to make all of this alignment right, you know? Who knows? Anyway, so I'm just happy with that. But so that was the whole thing. God, what did I say? How my words would come back to me. My words are going to come back to me, but not like that. It's going to be a very beautiful, non-threatening, nothing hurting me, and it's not even that people are going to be saying my words back to me in that way at all. Even if they're good, it's just going to be a beautiful thing. And it's going to be very strong, and nobody's going to do this to me ever again. I can guarantee you that. Because you don't know what I know completely. I know I'm flapping my gums and just sharing a lot of what's going on. But no, guys, please, it's unimaginable what is on the horizon. And I know that help is on the way. And we have had little really great nuggets of truth and help dropped in our laps. Like I said, get on the right side of this issue because it's going to go down and I'm not going to lose. There's no way I'm going to lose. God is like, you know what, child? You have suffered way too long at the hands of evil people, and that's it. And I trust my instinct. I trust who told me this message very much. And, you know thy enemy. I gave that, guys, to you. I already know. This is to help you because the future looks a little scary if we don't do something right away. So I'm going to be helping with that. A lot of people are going to be helping with that. And I thank them in advance, and things that I might not have been informed of yet or know, but I can guess. You know, I thank you. I'm going to dance for you. I don't know if it'll be on point, but maybe you can hope along with me that I get completely healed so I can do it more than what is that, 10, 15 seconds? 2 little Shanae turns and then it's like, oh my God, no. But I couldn't do anything. What is this? It happened, first accident happened October what?
October 20 or...
23rd.
It was
2018, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one happened, what, 3.5 weeks later, Thanksgiving. God. Oh, that was a nightmare. 2. So anyway, see, my neck is feeling it. Because I was spotting a little bit, I think, right? I did. I think I spotted. And I didn't injure myself or re-injure myself. It's just aching. It's talking to me, right? And this bone right here that sticks out on pretty much everybody's to some extent, I can feel it right there, and at the base of my skull, and, you know, the stem. My whole spine. I had a spinal cord injury, guys. It just, shoot. It was totally reversed. I'm like, oh, what do I do? And, you know, so I did research on other people who had similar injuries, and I'm like, holy cow, how am I going to do this? So, again, back to the beginning. DanceWarrior. Okay, I didn't earn that nickname for no other reason, and nobody is using that. That's mine. If you see anybody using that, you tell us so we can put them out and down, because that's enough. They didn't go through what I went through. I earned it. Go figure out your own nickname. There are millions of other words and terms, and you gotta copy mine. You know what it's for. It's corporate insecurity. You know, they don't want me to make money, or they want to mooch off of and springboard off of what I'm established as and doing. Don't be afraid of these people. And again, I'm going to say it again, it's not all corporations. It's a certain type. And it's not all within that certain type either. It's, you know, it's just like this. You've heard that term embed with. A lot of whores go in this circle. And I'm not talking about people who... Look, I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, people who prostitute have more morals than the whoring that's going on in this corporate circle. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I have less respect for these people who may not even actually be literally screwing other people. I have more respect for people who are going around making a living doing that. Really. I've never seen anything this disgusting before. And I'm like, and they're pulling all these other people in, and it's like, leave them alone. Do you think we're that stupid to know or not know which ones were intentionally doing it and which other ones got, you know, caught up in this cockamamie thing? Do your homework. You figure it out. Like we did, guys. Anyway, so God bless the corporations who are doing good, because there are plenty of them, guys. Oh, Lord. Hey, come hit us up. Please, we will do you good, and I know you will do us good. We love to support corporations that are doing good. Nothing funny going on behind the scenes, though, guys. Otherwise, bye. I can't deal with that. That's so horrible. Anyway, so back to my beginning and all this stuff. How does one do it? You take baby steps or you take great leaps. Do it at your own pace. I can't say I was flat on my back, because that even hurt. Like, everything, all the soft tissue, tendons, the spine, it's all mangled and, you know, pulled. Well, we were stopped and somebody go, bam! And they slammed. You can see the license plate imprinted on the right side, as if they were taking, I'm not saying they were, but it looked like as if they were taking aim for where we were sitting. You know, there are words. I don't know if I'm that much of a lady that I don't know. It's hard for me to say this, but I have no respect for that human being who did this. They even confessed and said to all of us witnesses, and I'm here sitting in the car, my whole left side is numb, and I'm like, get me a flippin' ambulance. Twice. He called, and he wouldn't do it. Calling 911. It's on the police report. It's like, are you serious? You look like you're in a lot of pain. Yes, I am. I was screaming. Because it's like, I might die. I don't know what's wrong. I didn't know if I had a stroke. I still don't know. All I know is that everything my dad told me in an accident just totally released, and I learned release skills in modern dance. It felt like lightning was going through my whole left side, and I remember throwing, and then I blacked out, and then Super J over here said that I hit the what?
I thought you hit the windshield.
I know we all hit something on the top of our heads, and I was like, wait, did we bounce up? And it felt like he hit us twice because of the force. It was a huge GMC. I have nothing against GMC. I'm just saying what it was. It's on the police report and it's public. And it just, pow, right? And so, you know how wide those things are. Well, let's think about this too. We were center. He had to be off center in order for the license plate to ram on the right side. That seems a little intentional. That's not just drifting off to the left or right a little bit, because nobody really drives square center consistently, because, you know, the road varies and dips and all of that. But, you know, there's leeway, and if you're falling asleep or drinking and driving, you're going to be all over the place sometimes. But that wasn't the case here. You know, I'm just saying, he was very much off center. And for a big vehicle, that's like that much. For a smaller vehicle, it's like this. Okay, well, maybe it's just, you know. But I'm like, you taking aim just for the right side of this car, and why? Do you want it to spin this way? Why? So, you know, we get squished. You don't know. You think only these things. Who wouldn't? Not a good thing to go through. What can I do for you? I have chocolate and water. What are you, a concierge? I said, I need an ambulance. Him even saying, oh, you look like you're in a lot of pain. Well, that means you're supposed to call an ambulance. Didn't look like he wanted to help, but he was saying that he wanted to, but he wasn't doing the right thing. So, you know, all these flags go off, of course. And then, you know, the second one. You heard that story, right? Wait, we're gonna find out more. Anyhow, beloveds, this, you know, my poor little body. We miraculously weren't even injured in the second one, except you got banged up though.
Yeah, I did.
His whole, see the pictures of that? His whole right knee completely lacerated, swollen, and oh my gosh. My baby niece. Jesus. And then I got the unfortunate point of view that Super J over here got, being behind. I was in the front seat for the first accident, and he saw. I can't imagine how terrified you must have been, because I was seeing my family, because I was in, it was a minivan. That was a pretty super van, actually. It was pretty big. And it's just like, oh my God, are they dead? Are they alive? And you can see everybody because you're behind them. And I'm like, jeez, please. It was so frightening. The most frightening seconds of my life. The first accident was, okay, because the driver is like a mom to me in a sense, you know, a really good friend. And I was like, oh my God. And I knew that I was very injured. I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to look. Those seconds between coming back to reality and consciousness and then looking and say, okay, thank God. And then knowing there's somebody else, it's like, oh God, please let him be alive too, you know, because I didn't know, because I knew I was in bad shape. Sorry. And so, you know, he let me know he was okay, but not okay at the same time. His brain, his back, everything. So, these are the most terrifying seconds, I'm telling you guys, to not know. And, yeah, the second time too, seeing it play out, everything just moved so slow. I thought it was minutes long, it was only seconds long. And it was like, it felt like, oh, I felt like an eternity. And it slows down, it's so surreal. And it's like, why can't good times slow down? I think that's the way the brain handles trauma, actually, to have that sensation of slowing down, so you can actually take it in and not, you know, totally freak out and lose consciousness because it's freaking you out so much. So my autonomic, is that what it's called? The autonomic system? That's not something where you can consciously, like, blink, you know, your heartbeat. You don't make your heart beat, although I can make mine slow down. My dad taught me how to do that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just something that's supposed to kick in. So thankfully it did, but oh man, I'm telling you. So thank you to everybody who's been supportive and helpful, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Well, I'll believe it. It's even on video. Okay, pictures, what do you want, you know? And you know what's so funny? Not haha funny, but funny strange. While we were in the vehicle on Thanksgiving, you know, I got my neck brace on. No joke. I heard a little voice in my head say, wear your neck brace. And oh my God, I feel so guilty about this. But I was like, well, I was thinking, well, where do you sit? You have this big passenger van. And I was told to sit on the left. I'm not kidding. it had to be the Lord, an angel, something, because it wasn't anybody around me. It's not like I heard an audible voice. It's just a sense, right? An instinct. And then my son sat in the right seat next to me, and that, look at the pictures, video, it's like the whole, it's all obliterated. And that he's, the worst injuries probably.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the glass shattering in the windows, and for weeks we were still pulling it out of our clothes even after we washed them. I had my what do you call it, the retro throwback tribute to the 1980s. You know how you used to wear the socks over the leggings then? And I was pulling it out, and it would splinter, and I'd have little glass shards in my fingers from pulling it out, and it was getting into our other clothes, and you know, I think I just threw them out eventually, but you know, it was just like, oh, how horrible to have to go through something like that. But, you know, miraculously, we really, I say we weren't injured. We did sustain a little bit of injury. I had a little bit of a laceration from the airbag, but you know, no biggie. My back was jarred out of place a little bit again, so it took 2 weeks to fix it. But I'm telling you, compared to the first one, it was a scary one because you're seeing it happen, and the other one, you're hearing it, oh good, we didn't get, boom, hit, blackout, come to, scream at the guy, do body half to see if everybody's okay. Really, my dancer instinct had to kick in. I had, my left side of my body was just completely numb. I couldn't get out my seatbelt, and I was just body half like that. It's like, and then I was like immediately in pain, and it got worse as the days went on for a few months, and then it started to get slowly better, and that's what I was told to expect. So I guess it's normal. What a weird, horrible normal to have to go through, right? But during the second accident, it was just like, you should videotape this. Not because I thought an accident was going to happen. My family was going to see the rest of what remained in my family at the time to celebrate a holiday, and we thought, you know what, instead of taking 2 or 3 cars, let's just all go together. And okay, let's pack up the minivan or the super van, and you know, whoever would have thought that that would happen so closely together like that, you know? And we found out some interesting things, let's put it that way. Tires didn't blow out. You could see the skid marks in the row. We took video and pictures and everything like that. It was perfect alignment. The steering completely just went out. I was like, okay, we're going to the right. And I'm like, oh, wow, I hope he looked. Wait, what's going on? And then he's like, hold on. And then I'm like, you got this, remember? And I kept saying that.
Remember.
I said, we're okay, you got this, you're doing good. I forgot exactly what I said. I wrote it down because, you know, you forget things. But that was really scary. What was I going to do? Be negative? Oh God, we're going to die. That would have been really helpful. So me as a dance warrior, I'm like, I'm encouraging everybody. I had to. It's not easy to be encouraging and positive when you're facing the end of your life. We were headed towards a ravine, okay? And you see those ravines in San Diego? What highway is that? Is that the 5 or the 405? Or?
I don't remember.
It was an interstate. You know, it wasn't wetness in the road. We didn't spin out. There was no fishtail action. We would have seen skids like that. Nope, very consistent, just whoop, like that. Something strange happened, and I heard a right before it happened. And I didn't think it was anything, but when my brother just like, why are we going all the way to the right? Miraculously, there were no semi-trucks, no little cars, motorcycles, nobody. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Could you imagine? I'm not going, oh God, just for on our behalves, but those other innocent people. This was an accident, it was a car malfunction. Obviously, he wasn't speeding, we weren't being noisy, no music being listened to, no distractions. We didn't hydroplane. When you hydroplane, there's a little swag in the road. So you skid. I'm telling you, something's funny. So, there we go. Thank God for the guardrail. And I'm so sorry that you got hit. I'm seeing all this happen in slow motion, right? I told you about how I'm a dancer, a performer. The curtain thing. It's so strange. But it was like I could see things on a spiritual plane happening. Not ghosts. But it was like 3 good guys and 3 bad guys battling over what this vehicle was going to end up doing. And then the curtain comes down, you know, the airbag curtain, quite literally. And it's funny, as a performer, nobody could see what was going to happen in a sense. But I did see my sister-in-law. She's beautiful and I love her. And I'm thinking, oh my God, she's dead. Boom! On a diagonal, right? Right into that guardrail. Right into that guardrail. And into the pillow. But, you know, she's like, oh, that's a little, no big deal. My brother, you can see the video, he's like, I'm not letting go of the steering wheel. Bless his heart. He was a hero that day. He saved our lives. I don't know what he did, but he did the right thing. And his right hand held onto the steering wheel, because as soon as he could get control of whatever he could, obviously, and then his left hand was blown off. I think he said it was the airbag. It lacerated and slammed it up. His whole, totally destroyed. I think he's okay now, but that was pretty intense. And I don't think any of us, none of us went to the hospital, miraculously. And you know how I said I was told to sit on the left side, and my beloved took the brunt. I would have been, forget it.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I got a strong body. It might be little, but it's because of how I condition it. I'm sure of it. But he has a very strong body, and something told him to. When we were told to, when did you hear that voice? You just sunk like this, so your head was.
I was already like that.
You were just sitting like that before it all happened?
Yeah, and then when we got into that, I grabbed the, what was that thing called?
The oh my God handle?
Yeah.
Or the, oh, I gotta hang my evening gown and tuxedo handle.
Mm-hmm.
For those rare moments we all have, right? So thank God he was like this. That protected your head.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm getting mad, and, you know, because there's other things that we know, but oh, my brother was a superhero that day. Oh my God, saving all of our lives. But I could see, I saw it happening, and the night before, wouldn't you know, I'm here saying we need to pray. I said, no, you don't think we're gonna get in an accident again, because I'm having a really bad feeling about all this. Remember?
Yeah.
I have a sense, you know, prophetically, and I thought, no, that doesn't happen like this, that close together. So I was spared. And here's the other thing too. That particular model had, you know, little army things. Not army, arm things. Army. Yeah, we can lower the side arms so you have more support. So again, I heard a voice in my, I guess it's not my head, it's not like I hear voices, that's not quite right, it's just a sense, you know, the sixth sense, the instinctual, the God, the, I don't know what to call it, but obviously it was right. That little voice that's never wrong, because it can save you one day. And I was like this, I had sweatshirts on, you know, I tugged on the seatbelt. Yep, it's there. I was held in really good. And yeah, that would have been very uncomfortable, but that's how we started off. We were only like 40 minutes into our journey. And I had my arms here, and it held me in perfect place. So, you know, it just got a little jarred, considering what we had as an impact. So that impact was at about 35 miles an hour, wasn't it?